individuals, there is one thing that can make all the difference: your silence. It's not the silence of submission or avoidance, it's the quiet strength that comes from knowing when to say nothing and when to let their manipulations fall on deaf ears. In these situations, being unbothered is not about indifference, but about taking control of your emotions and energy in ways that preserve your peace. Narcissists thrive on drama, control, and having a reaction from you. They push boundaries, they gaslight, and manipulate situations to make you feel small, wrong, or unstable. Their goal is not just to win, but to make you doubt yourself, doubt your worth and your reality. The more you react to their games, the more power they hold over you. But when you choose to remain silent and unbothered, you take that power back. So, why is silence so powerful with narcissists? Number one, it dismantles their control. Narcissists are used to feeding off of your reactions, whether it's anger, frustration, guilt, or even confusion. They use your emotional responses as a means of keeping you hooked in their toxic cycle. When you stop reacting, you deny them the fuel they need to continue their manipulations. Also, it shows emotional strength. The ability to remain calm and composed in the face of um, someone provoking you is one of the most powerful things you can do. Narcissists want to they want to push your buttons and you lose control. When you refuse to engage with their tactics, you show that you are in charge of your emotions. This is a form of emotional self-regulation, and that is incredibly empowering. Also, this establishes boundaries. Silence can be one of the clearest and most effective forms of setting boundaries with a narcissist. By choosing not to engage with them provoking you, you're telling them this behavior is not acceptable and I will not entertain it. You don't need to explain or justify yourself. Your silence speaks volumes. Welcome in. It protects your peace. Narcissists can stir up drama wherever they go. They want to keep you on edge. They want to keep you anxious or emotionally unstable. By remaining unbothered, you safeguard your peace and emotional well being. You no longer give them permission to disrupt your calm or take you out of your center. Hi, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. Silence speaks volumes. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. Narcissists often rely on others to validate their egos or engage in their power struggles. When you remain silent, you are taking away their ability to draw you into their web of manipulation. What is that? um, your silence becomes a form of defiance and disinterest in their toxic narrative. So, here is how to stay silent and unbothered. You recognize their tactics. The first step is understanding the narcissist behavior. When you realize their manipulation tactics like gaslighting or guilt tripping or playing the victim, it becomes easier to stay silent. You can see their actions for what they are and choose not to participate. You take a step back. When you feel your emotions starting to rise or you're about to respond defensively, take a deep breath and step back. Give yourself space to process what's happening and remind yourself that you are in control of how you react. Don't justify yourself. Narcissists love to force you into a corner where you feel the need to justify your actions, your beliefs, or your boundaries. Don't fall into that trap. You don't owe anyone an explanation, especially when they're trying to manipulate or invalidate you. You can practice this by using the gray rock technique. This technique involves becoming as uninteresting and unengaged as possible. Don't show emotion. Don't engage in their stories or drama. Don't reveal anything personal. Narcissists lose interest when they can't provoke a response, and you take away the power that they have over you. Focus on yourself. The key to being unbothered is to focus on your own well being and your emotions. When you prioritize your peace and mental health over someone else's drama, you become less affected by their attempts to provoke you. Invest your energy in self care, activities that bring you joy, and supportive relationships that actually nourish you. Hi, puppy commander. So, here's how to heal from narcissistic relationships. While silence and emotional detachment are essential when navigating a narcissistic relationship, hi, Kevin. Healing from that dynamic takes time and intentional work. Here are some ways to heal and reclaim your power. First, you want to set clear boundaries. Establishing boundaries is crucial for emotional recovery. This means clearly defining what is acceptable and non negotiable in your interactions with others. Be firm and consistent, and do not allow yourself to be drawn back into toxic cycles. I know that's easier said than done. Seek support. Narcissists like to isolate you. Healing from narcissistic abuse can be isolating, but you don't have to go through it alone. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or a therapist who understands the complexities of narcissistic relationships and can help you process your feelings. Only go to people who are familiar with this and who understand this process, because this is different than any other type of relationship that you've ever been a part of. Practice self-compassion. It's easy to blame yourself for staying in toxic relationships or for being manipulated. Practice kindness toward yourself and recognize that you did the best that you could with the tools and understanding you had at the time. Also, you want to focus on building a healthy support system. Surround yourself with people who support your growth and well being. Healthy relationships can help you rebuild your sense of self and provide the emotional safety you need to heal. The real power in dealing with narcissists lie excuse me, and with narcissist lies is in choosing not to engage with their toxic behavior. By remaining silent and unbothered, you create space for your own healing and growth. You regain control over your emotions and reclaim your energy. Silence, when used intentionally, becomes a form of strength, one that enables you to protect yourself and maintain your peace in the face of chaos. Remember, the narcissist's need for drama and validation is not your responsibility. You can choose to walk away, to be silent, and to stay unbothered. In doing so, you reclaim your power, your peace, and your ability to live a life that is free from manipulation.